we come back to the match. Well, it looked like Orton was about to hit Orton hit two DDTs off the middle rope on Kane. He looked like he was setting up for the RKO, but Daniel Bryan stepped in between Orton and Kane. Orton got distracted trying to make Daniel Bryan move, and he walked straight into a big boot by Kane, who then went for the pin. Daniel Bryan counted 1, 2, 3 faster than I've ever seen anyone count ever, and said Kane won the match. Kane looked like he was upset from the quick count, and it looked like he was about to choke slam Daniel Bryan, but instead decided to walk away. Daniel Bryan's distracted by Kane, but turns around and gets caught in the RKO from Randy Orton to end the segment. We didn't go backstage to CM Punk, Paul Heyman, and Curtis Axel. CM Punk says that he trusts Paul Heyman, but he does not trust Curtis Axel to be his partner tonight against the Primetime Players, and says he only wants Axel to stand on the apron and watch him win the match. Heyman then says that if Punk trusts him, then he should trust Heyman's best judgment, and Heyman's best judgment, Curtis Axel is worthy of CM Punk's trust. So will CM Punk be able to get along and trust Curtis Axel, or will he, or will Curtis Axel show that he is unworthy of the trust of CM Punk, which is like Punk believes he is? Or is there some kind of setup between Heyman, Axel, and Brock Lesnar to lure CM Punk into a trap? We'll have to wait to see how it is. But we can still got more Raw to come. We're about halfway through the 3 hours of Raw. So let's get back to it. Fandango makes his return to the WWE Raw, going one-on-one with Sheamus. I couldn't really see Fandango actually got any offense in the match, but the match ends as Sheamus has Fandango on the outside on the apron doing his Irish clubbing, as JBO calls it. Fandango falls off the apron and walks back up the ramp, taking a count out loss to Sheamus. I'm not really sure this is the right build up for Fandango going into the Money in the Bank match, the SmackDown Money in the Bank match for the world title. Well, he is one of the 7 participants, but that's how it went down tonight with Fandango. Match coming up next is The Miz versus Ryback. I'm not really sure how to react to that, but that's what's coming up next. So let's get back to Monday Night Raw. Miz and Ryback Miz is working on Ryback's knee in the corner, setting up for the figure four, but in an unprecedented move that I've never seen before. Ryback actually calls off his own match and takes a loss, saying that he can no longer continue. Chris Jericho, who was on commentary the entire time, finds this as disgusting as I do, and once in the ring and hits a cold play called Ryback to end the segment. They then go back to showing former WWE and World Heavyweight Champions, continuing with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, which I was surprised that they showed either one of them. But coming up next is Mark Henry, the world's strongest man and #1 contender of the WWE Championship. Let's hear what he has to say. Mark Henry comes out and explains to how he feels he's been held back and kept from the WWE Championship throughout the years due to injuries and, in his words, people are trying to hold him back. He says that at the pay-per-view, he simply gonna kick John Cena's ass. We didn't go backstage to Vicky Guerrero's office. Well, she is talking to Brad Maddox when Mr. McMahon comes in, and reiterates what he said last week about him not liking Daniel Bryan because of his size and his mental issues. Vicky says that she was, by putting Daniel Bryan in that match with Kane and Orton, she was simply doing what the other family members wanted her to do. And Vince then says that the only one whose opinion matters is his. He says that she's throwing money away by allowing Cena and Del Rio champion versus champion match tonight on Raw. Is throwing money away that could be made on a pay-per-view main event match between the two and the same stipulation. He says that there's been numerous general managers who have been thrown out, who have been fired or dismissed or literally kicked out by him for making decisions like this. So I don't know what that means for Vicky, but it doesn't sound good. But coming up next is the co-main event: CM Punk and Curtis Axel, the two Paul Heyman guys, against the Primetime Players. So let's get back to it. The match starts with Punk in the ring, and after like a second before even touching one of the Primetime Players, Axel tags himself in and does most of the match on his own until Punk tags himself in and hits the GTS on Darren Young. He dodges Titus O'Neil and sends him out of the ring, but Punk ends up positioning himself in his own corner, allowing Axel to tag himself back in and grab the quick win over Darren Young. Seems to be some dissension in the ranks of the Paul Heyman guys. How is he gonna walk out leading into next week, and possibly Punk and the Money in the Bank match, and possibly Punk fighting Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam? We'll have to wait to see how that ends up. And then we have Caitlyn against Alicia Fox. Caitlyn gets a quick win with a spear. After the match, AJ Lee comes out and they show a picture on the big screen of what AJ calls a picture of Caitlyn's former job as a model, which is just an overinflated female body with Caitlyn's face on it. We didn't go backstage where Vicky Guerrero is being once again given mixed signals once again, by this time by Stephanie McMahon. She said she understands where Vicky's coming from, but then drops a bombshell saying that next Monday we will have a job evaluation of Vicky Guerrero, where she will either be promoted to permanent general manager of Raw, or she could end up fired. So I wonder how that's going to end up with all of the McMahons and Vicky in the same ring at the same time. Should be an interesting segment for Raw next week, but we still got another half hour of Raw to come. So let's get back to it. Cody Rhodes and Antonio Cesaro have a good match. We see the return of the real American Jack Swagger to be in the corner of Antonio Cesaro. The match didn't last quite as long as I thought it would, but Cesaro picks up a quick win with the neutralizer. It looked like David Sandow was a little upset. Sandow was in the corner of Rhodes. It looked like he was a little upset that Cody lost the match. So it looks like, in my opinion, it looks like Rhodes maybe going heel. I mean, maybe going face. Maybe at Money in the Bank or after Money in the Bank. But it looks like we could see the official split of Team Rhodes Scholars possibly at the Money in the Bank. the Real Americans, Swagger and Cesaro, along with Seb Coulter, pick up some steam going into Money in the Bank, where they are both in the ladder match, the World Championship ladder match, Money in the Bank ladder match, along with both Rhodes and Sandow. We didn't see another video package for former WWE and World Champions. This time, the WWE Champion Triple H and the World Heavyweight Champion Booker T, former champions, getting some respect on Raw tonight as we lead into the main event. Coming up next, Alberto Del Rio, World Champion, versus John Cena, the WWE Champion. Let's see how it is. We're in the middle of the Del Rio Cena match. The main event, champion versus champion. But before the match started, we got another promo from the Wyatt family, which I didn't really hear what it was about, but apparently I just saw on Facebook that apparently they're making their debut next week on Raw, which I cannot wait for. But we're in the middle of the Cena Del Rio champion versus champion match, which they said doesn't happen that often, but I could swear that they do this at least every couple months when there's two different champions or a different champion to put in the match. I just wish they would go back to like the Undisputed Championship, because everyone knows that they don't really give a crap about the World Heavyweight title. It's just a secondary title that they don't really use. They use it to promote new guys, but they don't give it the attention that it really deserves when it comes to the World Heavyweight Championship. If you compare it to what they do with the WWE title, it's like twice as much as what they do for the World title. They need to just go back to either a brand split where they only do like SmackDown only has the World title and the Raw only has the WWE Championship without all the cross-blading, without the crossovers and everything they've been doing lately. Or they need to go back to the Undisputed Championship. Well, it's just one title and it goes on both shows. But whichever, they need to stop the whole trying to do both belts, because everyone knows they only care about one title, and that's the WWE title. But let's get back to the main event. Cena versus Del Rio. Let's see how it ends. Let's see how Raw ends tonight. John Cena wins the main event, as once again WWE squashes the world title just like I thought they would. It looked like Del Rio was setting him up for the Croissant Breaker when Dolph Ziggler came out and distracted Del Rio, allowing Cena to turn the Croissant Breaker attempt into an AA for the win. Before Ziggler came out, Mark Henry came out, was standing at ringside watching it. After the match is over, Mark Henry went over and took the WWE Championship and walked into the ring and threw it at Cena's feet. He was kind of looking like he was taunting Cena as Cena reached down to pick up the belt, to pick up the championship. Henry faked like he was gonna jump him, but he didn't. Instead, Henry walked out of the ring, leaving Cena with the title to end the show. We then get I get confirmation that the Wyatt family is coming as they replay the last promo again to end Monday Night Raw. That's it for Raw. I'll see you on Impact on Thursday for Impact and Friday for SmackDown. But until then, check out my sponsors. TheDreamElite.com for all your MMA, WWE, and TNA needs. But that's it for me. See you on Thursday and Friday. That's